Hi, welcome to 11th lecture in this course. And in this lecture, I'm going to be talking to you guys about more functions which can be carried out on a list. And when I say more function, these are the functions which are used and very useful during your program, and also most commonly used as well. But with that said, let me just get started. So first off, the first function which I'm going to be talking to you guys about is the length function. So what this function does is that it takes a parameter which is your list and then calculates the length of that list. When I say the length of the list, I mean the number of elements within that list. Let me just quickly create a list. I'll just name that as numbers equals to 21, 30, 51, 57, 65, and then 40. So now you have a list called numbers. So to use the function length, you're gonna write len and then you put two brackets, then write numbers. So that's gonna return the number of elements within this list. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's one function which I want to talk. And the other function is that the max. So this is the function which returns the maximum value within your list. So just write numbers, then press enter. So 87 is the maximum value that is in this list. When they created max, obviously they have created a minimum. So you can find out the minimum value within your list. So that's the minimum value you can search for within your list. So these are the functions which I want to talk in this lecture, and hopefully I'll put on more documents about more functions which you can carry out using list. And also I wanted to talk about another thing. I wanted to talk about the difference between the strings and the list. Now there is a function called list, and if you put a string into that, let's say Gautam, what that does is it converts that string into a list. It takes out each of the character in that string and put that as an element into a list. Now in this list, there are a lot of things you can do on the list, lot of operations you can do on the list than on the string, which I'm going to be showing you right now. For example, if you want to replace an element in a list, you can do that. So for example, now we have a list called numbers. If you want to replace an element, let's say 51 with 40, you can do that. You can write all of it again on it. But if you have a really large list, you can just specify the element number. So it's 0, 1, 2. So you write list name and then you reference it with the value, with the element number, and then you place it with the whichever value you want. So in this case 40. So if you write numbers again, so that's gonna replace that value in that specific index. So these are some of the operations you can do on the list, not on the string. And that's all for this lecture. Hopefully I'll see you guys in my next lecture.